goes. Well, now it's time for a community conversation in Hot Button.
Welcome to Hot Button. Today we discuss the challenges of being a woman. I was brought up in Italy under helicopter parenting. I couldn't go to school by myself. My parents would drop me off, pick me up. They would always tell me things like, you can't do that, you're a girl, or, oh, he can do that because he's a guy. And no, we don't trust other people, but we trust you. But no, you can't do that because we don't trust other people. I mean, did you have the same experience?
Yeah, to be fair, there aren't many differences between the things you're telling me and the way my mom raised me. In fact, they all sound pretty familiar. Not being able to go to school alone or to walk with my friends in the streets alone. But especially not being able to trust others. That's something that my mom usually tells me. But I can see, but even though we have this in common, I can see that things have changed since we grew up.
Yeah, absolutely. Things have changed. I still think that helicopter parenting is a predominant style. Maybe not so much here in Canada, but definitely in Italy. And you know, parents everywhere are always more protective of girls. I mean, you hear so many bad things on TV. I mean, there is definitely that fear that is portrayed in the media. Yeah,
I think you're very accurate using the word fear, because even though things have changed and now we have more freedom and equality, we'll still have that sense of fear. For example, walking alone in the street, it's a no-no.
Yes, and you know, even though there is that fear that is inculcated into girls since a very early age, I really believe that even though most of us have had experiences that would feed into that fear, that we have to live fearlessly, that we have to lead courageous lives. You know, I was leaving an abusive relationship years ago, and a friend of mine gave me these socks that said, I am fearless, and that really helped me.
I'm so sorry that you had to experience such a horrible situation, but I'm happy that it made you stronger.
Well, women are very strong. I mean, that's why we bear children. And, you know, sometimes we need help from friends, family, and communities. But with our strength, we always rise above any situation. And we're very, very tough. We have a great capacity to learn as well. And that's why we can do anything that men can do. And we can have the same jobs as well.
Yeah, you're completely right. But we'll still have that possibility of not getting that job that we always dream of because we're women. Maybe they won't say it as directly as they did once before. But for example, my mom had the same problem many times, sadly. But she showed me how, he told me, he showed me by example how strong a woman can be, how fearless, how courageous. And even though she's a single parent, she's incredible, and I think she's stronger than any man I've ever met. And that's a perfect example of how strong we are as women.
Wow, and yes, mothers, I mean, what an amazing thing. You are a woman, you're a mother, and then you're working and you're earning less than a man. So much to do. I mean, what a great challenge. And I mean, you know, my mother, I have to say, she endorses, you know, male privilege, at least for my brother, but that really pushed me to live a very independent life. And she would probably scoff at most things that I do, at the way that I dress, and you know, the relationships I've had, and the jobs that I do. They're always very, you know, male-oriented kind of jobs. But nonetheless, you know, she really bought into that fear that was portrayed by the media. And I never wanted to do that. I really think that as women, we need to choose what we put our focus on. Of course, we can focus on the bad things that will always happen, but good things will always happen as well. So it's up to us as women to focus on the positive and to lead courageous lives.
Yeah, I think you're completely right. And what do you choose?
I choose to be courageous, and I choose the positive. Every time that I have to face a challenge, I take it as an opportunity to better myself and to overcome what I might think that are my own limitations and to become better.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I take the same example as you, as my mom, as my grandmother. I decide to focus on the good things, the positive, not forgetting quite yet the bad things, because they're still there. That sadly they have bad things, but I will take any opportunity to be stronger as a woman, as a person. And yeah, I think it's a great way to see it. What about you? What is your challenge and how do you deal with it? Do you decide to focus on the good things, the positive, or the bad things, the negative? Please tell us on our Facebook and Twitter page, and we'll see each other on the next episode of Hot Button.